Welcome back, my angels. Now, before we start, let's take a deep breath in and sigh. Sit back, relax, get yourself a drink. I have my ginger with honey and with a tiny dried rose. It is so good for your throat just to have ginger and honey and hot water in general. So stay hydrated and take care of your bodies. And let's melt into this beautiful love we are going to create together. Let's talk about embodiment. Now, the word embodiment means to have your mind, body, and soul align with the same thought, same idea, and to have this lived-in experience. So basically, when you've gone through something, you wear that in your body. So you're embodying that experience. I want you to ask yourself, what are you embodying? What are you embodying? What is the thought, the feeling that you're constantly carrying, and it's reflected out in how you carry yourself? Because honey, there's a lot of people embodying their trauma, their pain, their anger, their sadness, that the moment you see that person, you can already feel it. There's a lot of people embodying insecurity, embodying shyness, embodying jealousy. So really check in with yourself. What are you currently embodying? Okay. And now I want you to ask yourself, who do you actually want to embody? Who do you want to embody? Do you want to embody being a person that is confident, secure, sure of themselves? Do you want to embody someone that is lucky? So ask yourself and be playful and curious to see what answers come up. Believe it or not, the person that you want to become is actually so much easier to be than you think. You know, it's funny how our mind loves to be in the comfort zone. So every time you challenge it, you're immediately going to hear things like, that's not possible for you. I don't think you can do that. I don't think this is who you are. This feels very unnatural. This is not who you are. So that's what the ego does. That's what the mind does. It wants you to stay small. It also doesn't want you to know how powerful you actually are, honey, because you are so powerful that you have the power to change the way you think. And when you change the way you think, you change the way you see yourself, you change the way the world sees you, and you change the way life is for you. When you're making this list of all the things that you wish to embody, I just want you to tell this to yourself, that anything is possible. Anything is possible. Because according to neuroscience, quantum physics, quantum theory, all these scientists have done all this research. There's enough evidence already to prove that this reality that we are experiencing right now, it's only 1% 1%. And there's a 99% of possibilities. 99% of possibilities that you have not even experienced yet. So this character that you're playing right now, whoever you're embodying right now, is only 1%. This life that you're living right now is only 1%. The people that you're surrounded by now is only 1%. So I want you to make that very clear in your mind. This is what we're playing with, okay? I hope that this can just make you see how small, how unimportant this current life actually is, because it's only 1%. It's only 1%. And there's a 99% of possibilities that you can tap into. So whatever you're writing, it's so possible. It's so easy that you don't even have any idea. Your mind is going to start, your mind is always going to stop you from knowing how powerful you are. So honey, just keep telling your mind this, okay? It's like, this is only 1%. I'm gonna play this game as this infinite being, because that's who you are. You're an infinite being, okay? You can be whoever the hell you want to be. Now, this next example is what I want you to apply to how easy it is to change your mind, okay? Because a lot of people think that their mind is hard to change, it's very solid, it's just the way it is, that's how I believe things are supposed to be. But know that everything that you believe now to be true is just a thought that you kept thinking enough times that it became factual in your mind. What is a habit? Habit is just something that you keep doing repeatedly, that it just becomes part of your lifestyle. It just becomes part of who you are. It becomes who you embody, right? If somebody with a bad habit, for example, if they're like overeating, if they're not doing enough exercise, maybe it's a bad habit of sleeping late. Now these are things that we have already seen in our life, like it maybe people around us, and we all know that we all have the ability to break out from a habit, right? I want you to know that however your mind is thinking is just a habit, and if people with crazy habits can change their way, you can also change the habit of the way your brain is always thinking, okay? Another thing that makes a habit into a habit is repetition, right? You do it once, you do it the same thing another day, and then again and again and again and again and again becomes a habit, right? So when we say bad habits, it's usually coming from maybe like a guilty pleasure that when you do it it's good, but you know that in the long term it's bad for you. So like a very easy example is just overeating, or eating like really fatty stuff that is not good for your body, but you keep eating it anyway, and then in the long term that you're gaining weight, that you're now unable to do things that you used to do, or your skin is breaking out. You're seeing very clear negative signs happening. This can be the same with a negative habit of thinking negatively. It's literally the same thing. So if you look around in your life, you very clearly see if you're unhappy, and if you keep attracting situations that make you unhappy, it's probably because you have a habit of thinking things in a way that is unhealthy for you. Because you keep thinking the same thing again and again and again. So you're basically eating, say you're eating poison, something that is going to kill you eventually, right? You're just consuming, you're eating. You're doing the same thing to your brain, okay? You're feeding it all the negative stuff over and over and over and over and over. And in the long term, it's not going to have a good effect. And basically right now in your life, you're probably thinking, wow, I hate my life. I hate the people around me. And it's all probably because of the way you think. But the wonderful part, like I said, it is only a habit and you are able to break out of it. And it's so much more easier than your brain will want you to think, okay? It's easy peasy breezy. So easy. So all you have to do now is write down these thoughts that you know don't make you feel good, but you keep believing it anyway, honey. So a really normal example would be, I can't trust other people, or I trust somebody, they're going to hurt me. I can't trust men, or I can't trust women. People at my work don't like me, or people in my school don't like me. Now, we can clearly see that if we are thinking these thoughts, that is literally how life is going to respond back. So if you have the thought of, I can't trust people, they're going to hurt me, what's going to happen is you're going to meet people and they will hurt you, because that's what you're believing to be true, right? So if you say to yourself that people at my work or at my school don't like me, what's going to happen is life is going to show you more of that. You're just going to see people come into your life that are going to show you that they don't like you. And is that what you really want? Is that what you really, really want? No. Okay? You deserve the best. You deserve the best of the best of the best only. Okay? So now is the time to start training your mind. Okay? Start training your mind. So you start thinking beautiful thoughts and you start creating a beautiful life. Because you deserve the most beautiful life. You deserve the most beautiful life, okay? The most beautiful of it all. So, repetition. Repetition is where we're going to begin, okay? Now, when I tell people about affirmations, some of them have told me that they've done it a few times and then it feels very unnatural, so they stop doing it. But I want you to take this example of going to the gym, right? I know we've all gone to the gym in our lives, so it's an easy example to use. So now, when you go to the gym day one, everything is going to feel very unnatural, very strange, right? Very unfamiliar. But you do it anyway, and then you go in the next day, and now starting to get used to certain things, and then you go for a whole week. You're starting to become more confident, you know exactly what to do. And now fast forward to 3 months, okay? You're going to the gym, you know it's good for you, so you're staying consistent, it's all becoming normal, and now you're seeing clear evidence in your body. Okay, clear evidence that you're looking better, you're looking healthier, you're feeling better as well. But that all started from being uncomfortable in the beginning, right? So I want you to treat affirmations the same way. All the negative thoughts that you've been thinking, I want you to start writing down the opposite. So what is the opposite? If you believe that when you trust people, they're going to hurt you, you're going to start saying that I trust people easily because everybody's wonderful to me. That's the opposite. And I know it might seem really strange, but that is what you have to train your mind. You have to do the uncomfortable thing. So if you start thinking that people at my work don't like me, or people at my school don't like me, You're going to start saying that everybody at my work loves me. Everybody in my school loves me. And I see evidence every day. I see evidence every day. And same like the gym principle, it's going to feel very unnatural in the beginning. But do it. Do it for a week. Do it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I promise your brain is going to start thinking that it is true. And once you start thinking it is true, you're going to start seeing evidence around you that it is true. People are going to start reacting a different way because you have changed the way you think. It is really that simple. You know, we keep thinking that the mind is a solid thing and it can't be changed, but it is so much more malleable than you think. It's like water. It's like a squishy clay. You can literally make it into whatever you want it to be. And the more you train it, the more you believe it, you will start seeing evidence all around you. It is really that simple. Start asking yourself now who you want to embody, and know that all you have to do is, through repetition, your brain is going to start believing it's true. Your body is going to start believing it's true. And that is the person you are going to start becoming. Okay? If you want a little story time from this topic, I don't even know where to begin because I've done this so many times. When I first moved to this country, there was a big belief in me, and I know it came from the people that I was around, to not trust people around me, okay? And that everybody's there for their own benefit, and then nobody's out there to help you, right? And I had this belief for a long time, and I suffered greatly because I was experiencing things, even with people that were really close to me, that nobody was, literally no one was out there to help me, you know? So I started to play with this, you know, affirmations. And one of the things I started saying was that, no, I love everyone and everyone loves me. I love everyone and everyone loves me. And the more I said it, you know, the more natural it became. And the amount of love I've experienced from people, guys, I cannot even describe how all the things that people have done for me just out of kindness, all the things that people have said to me just out of love, the way people treat me everywhere I go, from the Uber drivers to strangers to all the clients that I'm around. Wow, you know, when I go out into the world now, because I believe it to be true, because I've said it so many times, I've never experienced anybody being nasty to me anymore, you know? Everybody's just, oh my god, everybody just wants to make me happy, you know? I feel like they all just want to please me. They all just want to see me smile. And honey, that all just began with me deciding to change the way I think, change the way I feel about others, and change the way I feel about myself. Because ultimately, I deserve to feel loved everywhere I go. The love I give out has to come out to me because I am so loving. So of course these people have to be loving back to me, right? Everything really comes down to what you believe you deserve. Do you deserve to be mistreated by others? No. You deserve to be respected. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be cherished. Right? So, do this for yourself. You can change the way you think. You can change the way people around you treat you. You can change the way life responds to you. Another affirmation that I love is that I'm always at the perfect place at the perfect time, that my timing is perfect. Now this works wonders because I believe it to be true. So every time I have to travel anywhere, whether it's for work or whether it's to meet people, meet my friends, I'm literally always at the perfect place at the perfect time. Everything goes so smoothly for me, to the point where that even when I'm running late, I still have that crazy confidence because I believe that to be true, that my timing is always perfect. That even when I'm running late, I'll get to the place, and if it's with the team, everybody in the team is running even later than me. This is how crazy your belief can be, your thoughts can be. You know, use it to your favor. This is how fun life is supposed to be. You're here to play, you're here to have fun. You're here to experience the highest form of love. So change the way you think, okay? So I hope that this message has clicked something within you, because honestly, ultimately, I just want you to give yourself permission to love yourself more deeply than you've ever done before. That's it. I want you to live the most beautiful life, the most incredible life. I want you to be surrounded by the people that respect you, that adore you, that cherish you, that celebrate you. I want your life to be easy for you. Okay? That's what you deserve. Life is supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be hard. And all you can do. And you are so powerful. You are so powerful. So, until next time, breathe slowly and lovingly. And I will see you soon. Mwah.